So we're here with UFC predictions. This time is UFC 166, Saturday, October 19th. Velasquez versus Dos Santos 3. The trilogy, the rubber match. Should be a very, very good fight. Okay, I'm going to start with the main card. Now, with the flyweight division, John Dodson versus Daryl Monteague. Now, Daryl Monteague is this is his debut in the UFC. It looks like he's well-rounded. Haven't seen any of his fights, but this is a UFC debut, and it looks like he's a real good prospect. He's gonna be real good in the 125-pound division. Looks like his only two losses that he has, he's 13-2, has been against former UFC fighters or current UFC fighters. So, and he's well-rounded. Like I said, he has submissions, he has knockouts. So, but he's going against John Dodson. John Dodson is just a beast in that division, 125 pounds. This guy has a lot of knockout power. He can hurt you. He's an outstanding athlete. Every time he wins, he does backflips and stuff. Like, this guy's just real athletic, strong. So, I mean, Daryl Monteague is going to come to the UFC. He's going to face a real tough opponent in John Dodson. And John Dodson is going to take it. So, John Dodson over Daryl Monteague. Up next, we got our heavyweight division. We got Sean Jordan versus Gabriel Gonzaga. Now, Gabriel Gonzaga is a veteran of the UFC. He's fought the best of heavyweights, but he's mostly submission type of guy. He's gonna go for the submission. He hurts you, submits you. That's his thing. Sean Jordan just has outstanding power. That guy can knock you out, knock your head out. A lot of power this guy has. Gabriel Gonzaga experience is gonna help, but I think just John Jordan is just a much stronger, powerful heavyweight. So I'm gonna give it to Sean Jordan. I think he's gonna knock out Gonzaga. So Sean Jordan over Gabriel Gonzaga. Up next, lightweight division, we have Gilbert and Nino Melendez versus Diego the Dream Sanchez. Now, Diego Sanchez is a veteran of the UFC. He was in the Ultimate Fighter Season 1. He has fought the best. He's fought for titles. BJ Penn, you name it, he's fought it. He's been in wars. And this guy, he always fights and comes in and he fights. He's experienced. And Melendez is experienced as well. Not in the UFC, but he is a former Strikeforce lightweight champion. And he was a Strikeforce lightweight champion for a while. He was dominant in that organization. Came to the UFC, fought straight for the title, got the title shot right away, and fought against the former lightweight champion for that title, and he lost by split decision. But he showed that in lots of people's eyes. I think that Melendez won that fight. I had it real close. It was a real good fight. But Melendez is a tough fighter, and Diego Sanchez as well. But I think Melendez is just he's gonna take this fight. I think Diego Sanchez is gonna make it interesting, but Melendez is just more, in my opinion, a better martial artist, and he has beat the best. And if it wasn't for Henderson. He fought Henderson a real tough fight. It was like I said, it was a close fight. And a lot of people in a lot of people's eyes, Melendez should have been the lightweight champion. But that's, you leave it up to the refs, and that's what can happen. But I'm gonna give it to Gabriel Melendez over Diego Sanchez. Like I said, I don't think Diego Sanchez is gonna take this fight. Melendez is a very smart fighter. He's a well-rounded fighter. Diego Sanchez has the experience, but I don't think he can beat Gabriel Melendez in a 3-round fight. So I'm going to give it Gilbert Melendez over Diego Sanchez. Up next, the co-main event, Daniel Cormier versus Roy Big Country Nelson. Now, Roy Big Country Nelson in his last fights, he really has shown like he's gotten tired, really. And he used to be one of those, he's fat and stuff, but I mean, he can really last. But he really got tired in the last fights, and he got beat the last time. I think Daniel Cormier has a better cardio than Big Country Nelson. Now, a big country does have that power, but I think Cormier is just gonna overwhelm him, overwhelm Nelson, and just take him out of his power, his game. Cormier is a very smart fighter. He he's 12-0. He's undefeated, and he hasn't really demonstrated. I mean, his last fight was his debut in the UFC against Frank Mir. It wasn't that exciting of a fight, but I mean, he did what he had to do. He just went out there, imposed his will on Frank Mir. He didn't let him do anything at all. So I think Cormier, that's what he's gonna do with Roy Nelson. He's gonna, stay smart, not get caught with that power punch, and he's just gonna. He might even take him down. Just wear him down. Wear down Roy Nelson. So I'm gonna give this to Cormier. So Daniel Cormier over Big Country Nelson. And our main events for the heavyweight championship of the world: Junior Dos Santos versus the champion Cain Velasquez. Now, the trilogy. This is the third time they're gonna meet in less than 2 years, and it's gonna be a good fight. I mean, Junior Dos Santos is probably one of the best strikers in all divisions in the whole UFC period. Now, in the heavyweight division, he's obviously the best striker or the boxer out there. But Cain Velasquez is just he's just a beast. He's well-rounded. He's a black belt. He's a brown belt jiu-jitsu, but he doesn't really use his jiu-jitsu because he doesn't need to, and he hasn't showed it. Neither has Dos Santos. Dos Santos has jiu-jitsu too. They haven't showed it. So these are two guys that haven't really had the need to use jiu-jitsu. They use other things like Dos Santos is good at striking, Velasquez at wrestling, and they're both 1-1. In my opinion, Velasquez would have won the very first fight, but this is a heavyweight division. You get caught and lights out, And you're talking about a striker, Dos Santos. You get caught by him, he's gonna rock you. I mean, that's what happened in the first fight against Velasquez. The second fight, Velasquez did what everybody thought was gonna do, impose his will on Dos Santos, and this is the thing about Velasquez. He just has outstanding cardio for any division. This guy, he can last you rounds and rounds and rounds. People that train with him freak out at the gym and say, this guy, he's just a freak. This guy's a beast when it comes to cardio. And that's one of those things that either you have it or you don't. When you have cardio, like freak of nature cardio like Velasquez. And being a heavyweight, he's not gonna tire. He's gonna tire out Dos Santos. It's gonna be close to what we saw in the second fight. He's gonna tire him out for 5 rounds. Just go at him and at him and at him. He's gonna tire Dos Santos, and he's gonna avoid those heavy punches, and he's just gonna impose his will and just dominate him. And Dos Santos is he's a tough guy, and Cain is just gonna impose his will. And I don't think he's gonna knock him out, but he's just gonna use his ground and pound. He's gonna stay smart. Velasquez is a very smart fighter, and I think that's the way this is the way this fight's gonna go. And it's gonna be exciting, but you're just gonna see a total domination like you saw in the second fight. This is just what's gonna happen. He's the only way Dos Santos can beat him is if he catches him. And even though he's gonna stuff some of Velasquez takedowns, he has real good takedown defense. And even if he takes him down, Dos Santos is gonna get back up. But imagine doing that for 5 rounds. You're gonna get tired. Whenever you're at the bottom, you're gonna get tired. You're gonna lose your power in that hand. And after that, Cain Velasquez is not gonna be worried about that. He's just gonna impose his will for 5 rounds, dominate the fight, and just put a big stamp in the heavyweight division, saying, here I am, take it, the best, cannot beat me, who's next? In my opinion, who's next? Velasquez is going to win this fight, even if it's by decision, but he's going to take it by dominant fashion, and I don't know who's going to be next. Whoever's next, like I said, Velasquez is here to stay, and it's going to be a long time till we see these 2 guys battle it out. So watch this one. It's gonna be live October 19th. So main event: Velasquez over Dos Santos. He's gonna retain his heavyweight title and remain as the baddest man on the planet. And those are my UFC 166 predictions.